Swadikap and good afternoon. Today is Friday, the 22nd of April 2022, and this is the English language summary of the daily press briefing here at the Center for COVID Situation Administration, or CCSA. Of course, the CCSA still needs to closely monitor the situation after the Songkran festivals, and the daily cases have exhibited an upward trend. Of course, as well as to preserve and prepare the measures for school reopening of the next semester in May, Thai schools. Now, hospitals nationwide are stockpiling medical supplies in preparation for a possible spike of infections. And following the recent Songkran holiday period in particular, the focus will be primarily on ensuring available treatment for groups most considered at risk of contracting COVID. Now, just to update on the usual numbers that we have on the arrival of travelers entry to Thailand. So during the 1st to the 21st of April until yesterday, the number of travelers who have entered Thailand are shown on the screen here. Now, moving to the general situation, the general COVID-19 situation in Thailand, as shown on screen, you have the numbers of the new infections on screen, as well as those who have recovered. Yes, and then now on screen now you can also see the top 10 provinces with the COVID-19 cases, as we have reported to you from time to time. And of course, as for the number of vaccination, according to our national vaccination drive, there's on screen for you right now. We administered yesterday, and the accumulated number of the vaccinations are shown on screen, and you can see the numbers right there. Now, moving to the international cooperation on vaccines, Thailand received Pfizer COVID-19 vaccines from France. So on the 4th of April, earlier this month, Prime Minister Prayuth Chan-o-cha presided over a handover ceremony of over 3.2 million doses of Pfizer vaccines from the French Republic. To be exact, 3,268,620 doses. The ambassador of France to Thailand represented the French government in handing over the vaccines to Thailand. So we would like to extend our sincere appreciation to the government of France, and to ensure that Thailand will make good use of the vaccines and speed up the vaccination vaccination process against COVID-19. The vaccine donation is one example of Thailand's proactive vaccine diplomacy, and it reflects France's role as Thailand's partner for cooperation in various areas of mutual interest, especially in public health. Also, Thailand has been assisting neighboring countries as well, handing over vaccines to Myanmar and Vietnam. So on the 2nd of April 2022, Thailand, through the Royal Thai Embassy in Yangon, handed over 500,000 doses of AstraZeneca vaccine and syringes to Myanmar Red Cross Society, and we have slide and pictures for you there. This donation is the second batch, bringing the total number of vaccines contributed to Myanmar to 1 million doses. Also, we'll have another slide regarding Vietnam. So on the 5th of April 2022, the Thai Embassy in Hanoi represented Thailand in handing over 300,000 doses of AstraZeneca vaccine to the Vietnamese government. This is the first batch of vaccines donated to Vietnam to support the efforts in controlling COVID-19. So since 2020, Thailand has provided financial aid and medical equipment worth approximately 58.6 million baht to Vietnam. And of course, the Foreign Ministry would like to thank the related agencies for facilitating these handovers to our friends around the world, namely the Department of Disease Control, the Ministry of Public Health, AstraZeneca Thailand, as well as SCG Company and Leo Logistics for sponsoring the transportation. Now, moving on to the COVID Vaccination Center, which is open to Thai and foreign nationals at the MBK Center and the Princess Mother National Institute on Drug Abuse Treatment of the Ministry of Public Health. They have been operating a COVID vaccination center that provides Pfizer and AstraZeneca vaccines for any dose, any number of dose, first, meaning first, second, or third, from the first injections up to the booster dose for Thai and foreign nationals, including migrant workers as well. So the capacity of inoculation is up to 1,200 persons per day for those who walk in or register through mobile service providers. And this center is open from Mondays to Friday to the end of April on the 6th floor of MBK Center. The Central Vaccination Center in Bang Su Central Station has also been operating a vaccination service for both Thai and foreign nationals. The service is open 9 a.m. to 4 p.m. from Gate 2. Now moving on to the new measures, which is very important information, regarding in particular the isolation days for high-risk COVID exposure after Songkran. So the meeting of the National Communicable Disease Committee, presided over by the Public Health Minister, endorsed the adjustment of service protocols for those infected with COVID-19 and people with high-risk contact. The recent adjustment comes in the form of reducing the isolation days for high-risk contacts from 7 to 5 days. However, the number of observation days after isolation increases from 3 to 5 days. The revised requirement takes effect after the Songkran holidays. So we had a general CCSA meeting this morning, and the general CCSA meeting this morning, which was chaired by the Prime Minister, approved some notable adjustments to the entry schemes and will be streamlined to support ease of traveling, effective on the 1st of May 2022. So just to repeat, effective on the 1st of May 2022. So let me give you a general sense as the details are being worked out right now. So in summary, entry into Thailand will be divided into a channel for vaccinated and a channel for unvaccinated travelers. For vaccinated travelers, there will be no more mandatory testing requirement, either RT-PCR or ATK. However, we will still recommend that you self-administer an ATK for your own safety, so that if positive, you can access treatment in the channels we will share with you in due course. This will mean that the various schemes, meaning test and go or the sandbox schemes, etc., for vaccinated passengers will be reduced to having a vaccine certificate and insurance. Another important announcement is that the Thailand Pass will have to be updated to support these new measures, so it will be temporarily closed for those planning to travel and arrive in Thailand from the 1st of May onwards. We will announce again when it will reopen, but for those planning to arrive before the 1st of May, you can still access the Thailand Pass as the existing measures are still valid. Again, these measures are to be implemented on the 1st of May. We will be working out specific details and sharing them in due course. So in closing, as we continue to live with COVID-19, we remind everyone to take extra care as usual by following the universal prevention measures, masking up, visiting or staying in well-ventilated areas, and get vaccinated. So thank you very much for your attention, and we'll see you next time. สวัสดีครับ